As many of you know, I love photography and have been enjoying that hobby for a number of years. Occasionally, I'll use some of my photography on the cover of our worship bulletin at our church. The picture you see right there is one I took recently. It's a spring picture. I thought it would make a nice spring cover. And I then went looking for a verse to include into the graphic that would go on the front. I was looking for verses that had something to do with blooms or blooming or flowers, and I ran into a verse that I want to share with you right now. It's found in Isaiah chapter 35 and verse 2, and it says, "It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice, even with joy and singing." Well, I had to back up a verse and figure out what it was that was going to bloom and be singing and have joy. If you go back to the preceding verse, you see that it's talking about a desert. It's also talking about the time when Christ will return to this earth and rule. During that time, even the desert, in all of its dryness and all of its parched landscape and all of its hostility to vegetation, because the Savior is there, that which was dry is going to bloom. I thought, what a wonderful metaphor for our lives. Sometimes we go through periods of dryness. We go through periods of barrenness, through enduring the hot blaze of all that life throws at us. But if Jesus is in the equation, if you know Him as your Savior, if you're fellowshipping with Him and living your life with Him, you will indeed blossom. It may take a while, but ultimately when we are with the Lord, you too will bloom. You will have joy, and you will shout words of praise. That prospect should thrill us, it should encourage us, and it should motivate us to live for Him today. I trust that it will.